Good morning, everyone. It's Hanifa Menon, and I am live here on our meditation for Sunday morning on December 12th. And I hope you're here with me. I know that some of you might have joined my previous live stream, which I have set up, but for whatever reason, I wasn't able to go live on it. So not surprising on a Sunday morning. But here I am, and I'll have more information under this video after it's done and when it's actually saving for me so that I can give you some information about today's meditation. And it's about 2 minutes to 8, so I'll let you know, for those of you who are here already, that the live meditation today is going to be about Om. And I think we've all heard this word. So I will wait till 8 a.m. to let you know a little bit more before we go into the meditation. Today's meditation will be more silent and working in our own selves, our own minds. And I will guide you through in terms of Om, but then we'll talk a little bit more about that in the self-inquiry time. So I hope you're all ready. And whoever is joining me here a little bit later today, I welcome you. So thanks for taking the time to watch and hopefully participate. And we've got 1 more minute till 8 a.m. So I hope that you're all doing well. It was so windy here in Ontario yesterday. I heard so much shaking of the house, the roof, and I'm hoping that no one out there has lost any shingles or had tree damage on their properties. I certainly, in my walk yesterday, saw lots of trees that were down. Luckily, I beat the super windy time because I went out early enough before it got too windy. But I do hope everyone is safe and sound. And it's 8 a.m. So welcome. First of all, namaste, everyone. I hope that you're all doing well. And today's meditation is going to be using the word Om. And I think we've all heard this word with meditation before, right? So I don't know if you've ever used it, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in the self-inquiry time. But to begin with, I'll let you know that I'll start with 3 Oms. And most of this meditation today is going to be silent. And this is very important. What's silent? I mean, of course, I hope that your environment is quiet. But of course, you'll hear all sorts of noises that it could be neighbors waking up or it could be someone in your own home. But the space of silence is going to be within us, right? So if there's any worries, if there's thoughts about family, friends, concerns, those stay out the door, right? Those do not come into this space. And it's this space, right? This space that you're not thinking about these things while we're doing meditation. And if you find yourself thinking about it, come back to the word Om. I'd love for you to think of Om as you're breathing in and Om as you're breathing out. And very important about when we're using Om, we say Om and then have a space and then say Om and have a space. So again, you're saying it, you could say it out loud or you could say it in your mind. But this is to get your mind to focus on just one thing, right? So we're thinking about the word Om. And Om is a very simple word, but it does mean oneness. It does come out to the idea of oneness, right? So we're becoming one with our higher selves. And that's the intention behind it. But make sure that you're thinking about this word Om as we're going through this. What I'll do is I'll start with 3 Oms and then I'll go silent. And at 5 minutes, I will say Om and then I'll go silent. And then at 5 minutes, I'll say Om again. So every 5 minutes, I'll say Om. And at the end, I'll let you know that we are done. Okay. So let's begin with 3 deep breaths. Take a breath in and out. And in and out. And in and out. So let's begin. Om. Om. So if your eyes are open, just close your eyes and remember Om breathing in and then Om breathing out. And just a slight space in between, okay? Let's take 3 breaths here. Take a deep breath in and out and in and out and in and out. Excellent, everyone. I went to 8:17 today because I know we started at 2 minutes after for the meditation. And I hope you got through it with me. This was the first time that we've done more of a silent meditation. And this is how you would want to do meditation in your own time for sure. Now, remember, my eyes were open and I was watching the clock, and hopefully you wouldn't be. But in your own time, this sort of idea of working with Om is a very important word in Sanskrit. And again, as I mentioned earlier, it's about oneness. And this is oneness with our human selves, with our higher selves, right? So, in that, it's that silence that I recommended initially of leaving everything out the door, right? So, it's again, no worries, no thoughts about pains in the body, no focus on family, work, anything like that, where if you find your mind going there, Om is a simple word to focus on. And I thought in the self inquiry, I would help you learn a little bit more about Om. And this is to reflect our lives. So, this word, Om, I know most of us know it as OM, and it is said that way for sure in English. And in Sanskrit, if you think of Om, it's actually comprised of almost like AUM, which I will write about a little bit under this video. And I'll also be putting a link to the blog that I'd written about exactly this some time ago. But the whole idea of Om, if you think of the letters AUM and AU, which sounds like U, right? So AUM, M. It sounds like O in Sanskrit when you put A and U together. So it's Om is the correct pronunciation, but the sounds are reflecting the 3 different parts of our lives. So if we think about a baby, an infant is very easy to think about this, but this reflects all of us. When you think about a baby first coming into this world, and what do we think? It's like, ah, right? So of course we get the baby's cry, right? But if we think about the adult, we can think of, ah, I'm awake, right? Or ah, I'm awake, whichever way. But when we first are wakened, that's the sound, ah. And then, ooh, think about the day, right? So now in this waking space, it's ooh, right? So you think about babies when they're seeing everything new, and it's that wonder and curiosity in that time. It's like, ooh, that's interesting, right? So you flash anything in front of a baby's face, and it's like, ooh, right? It's kind of interesting. And this is the space that would be wonderful for most adults to be in too, right? That this is happening. But of course, many adults might change ooh into ew. So this whole ew, what a day, right? It's ew, the weather's not good. Ew, this is the work I have to do, right? And so many times people will change it. Now maybe we say ooh, this work, right? And honestly, it could be ooh, right? It could be that ooh, I get to finish this, or ooh, what a beautiful sight that I'm seeing, or ooh, what a lovely song I'm listening to, or ooh, this is what I have to do today, right? So this sort of idea. And then is the dream state. They're not even dream state, it'll be deep sleep. So if we think about ooh, even in sleeping, be like, ooh, right? It could be like a dream, right? So, or we could think of our waking day as a dream too, right? That this is just the day going on, and it's not waking; it's dreaming, right? This dreamy day, and of course, reflects sleep. So deep sleep. Whereas, like, imagine when you're falling into deep sleep and that feeling of right? That sort of feeling, not the restless. And in terms of again the day to day, if we were thinking about, oh, this is not so good, and that even dream state can be like that, right? That, oh, that happened in my dream. And people might say that's a nightmare, but it could also be like, oh, this happened in my dream, right? So that sort of idea, that sleep time is often with that ooh, and is deep sleep, right? Where it's just that peaceful, restful space. But beyond that, the reason that I also ask that you take a little bit of space after that is that deep sleep. So, this is the sleep that's not dream, right? So, non dream sleeping, deep, deep sleep. We're not really aware of anything, right? So, when we think about sleep, I can say dream sleep would be more the ooh, and the waking is the ah. And again, that space, that silent space where we're not even aware that we're sleeping, we're only aware of that deep sleep when we wake up, right? Like, oh, I had a really good sleep, or I didn't. And if you didn't, then you don't have that deep sleep in that time, or at least you're not aware of how much time you might have spent in that. So, in that, if we were to think about our lives, I'd love for you to do some self reflection today about how much time are you spending in this? Like, that wonder, right? That this is, what a day, right? Or how much time are you spending in the ooh? And if it's ooh, and I think most people are spending most of their day in ooh, but what is the space of ooh? So if we look again to learn from children, maybe even dogs, you see that they're curious about everything, right? So it's just that, wow, like everything is new. So it's like, ooh, this and ooh, that, right? As we're growing older, I find that most people move into that ew, right? So, or even ooh, right? So this whole feeling of this has to get done, it's the responsibilities kick in, the worries kick in, the thoughts kick in. And remember that that space does not allow peacefulness in the mind, right? Now, if we are consciously directing our thoughts into happier, whether the thoughts themselves of, you know what, this is good about today, right? That's the thought itself. Sometimes it's what we're speaking. This is good. This is what's happening. And I'm kind of happy about this. Or I'm not sure how this will go, but I'm kind of curious, right? I'm kind of excited about this. It could be good, right? That sort of idea. But a lot of people move into the this, I don't really look forward to this. I know I've spoken to this person before and they're not easy to speak with, or I know I've had to do this work before and I'm so tired of this work. And all of that moves us into a lower vibrational space. If we are consciously aware of keeping ourselves in a higher vibration space, even when what happens? The body doesn't feel so good. So a lot of people will notice aches and pains, especially with cooler weather that we're moving into right now here in Canada, at least. And with that, there is the awareness of this doesn't feel so good. This is true. You might be in that space. Try to pull yourself out of that thought pattern, right? So, okay, let's say you've even just had an injury and you can be caught up in this injury of, oh, I wonder if this will get better. And, oh, this doesn't feel good. And, oh, this aches. And, oh, I had such a not good experience in whatever at the doctor, at the hospital, at anything, right? Or when I spoke to this person, or and I was thinking about this pain that I have, right? And so consciously moving out of that, that I'm going to think about the parts of my body that feel good. I'm going to think about when my body did feel good, how did it feel, right? Because getting that feeling and that thought into your mind will bring that feeling into the body with that mind body connection. But most people will focus on the things that are not so good and then bring that energy into the mind and body. And then the body will definitely feel it. So it's focused on. So it's not ignoring that you've got it. It's the awareness that you have it, but you also have the awareness of this is the good too, right? This felt really good. I felt really good when I was sleeping, didn't feel so good when I was getting out of bed, whichever way, right? You can think of both of those thoughts and then focus the attention on the things that feel good. Then, of course, there is the sleep time, and of course, dreams. If we're thinking about ooh, but if we're thinking that oh, I don't sleep well, I have so not good dreams. Again, get your mind not to focus on that because a lot of people will go into why did I dream that? What happened? Oh yes, this happened. I bet that's what led to this dream, and it's quite possibly true. And you might work through that in your mind, but how much time are you going to spend in that? You might spend just as much time thinking about, I didn't dream last night. It was kind of nice. And some people who are used to having really nice dreams feel not so good when they don't have a dream. And it's so human nature to focus on what doesn't feel as good. So if you can consciously train your mind about things that feel good, that you know what, this is a great day. This is the day that I'm going to do this. But of course, some of us might be caught up in, oh, I got to do this and this and this. I don't even know if I'll get through all of that. Ooh, right? So how about, ooh, I got through this and I will get through this. And I am looking forward to getting through this, right? So I am looking forward to doing this. I'm looking forward to it could be your cup of coffee in the morning. It could be a cup of tea. It could be anything. It could be the fact that you've had the number of glasses of water that you've had wanted to have in a day. Because some people are really aware that I don't think I'm drinking enough water, and most people are not. And in that, just increasing your water intake and then actually giving yourself a pat on the back of, ooh, you did it, right? That's fantastic. And then when it's time, sleep time, how many people are focused still on the, oh, I got to do this tomorrow. Oh, I didn't finish this versus, it's time to sleep, right? This is right? So if you can think of this, even as you're saying the word during meditation and in your mind, and I don't want you to get lost in, okay, so now I'm waking, I'm dreaming, I'm sleeping. This is what Om stands for. I want you to just have the comfortable awareness of this is my day. Om, right? This is reflecting my entire day, and all is good. All is good. Focus on that and be aware that I can focus my mind in the way that I would like to. I can look at things the way I would like to. I can feel the way that I would choose to if I focus my mind on it first. Now, a lot of people will say, well, you know what? When I'm worried about, a dying family member, and I'm worried about a sick pet, if I'm worried about my own health, if I'm worried about the fact that I'm depressed, all of those things, I can't be peaceful. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And a lot of people would say, "Oh, Hanifa, it's because you're not in that spot." Well, I have been. So I can tell you this from certainty that this is possible. And yes, it's not easy in those times. I will not deny at all that those are very not easy times. And I can say that the thing that has pulled me out of those times is pushing my mind to snap out of it. And literally, sometimes I've had to say that to my mind. This is not where you want to be. And this is training our minds, right? So, unless we're speaking to ourselves with that, you could say firmness, I would like to today do it more lovingly. That, you know what, you don't have to go there. I love that you're aware of this and this is what this body is going through, but you are not getting lost in that. So today I leave you with that thought. I hope that at least for a little while today, you will think about these thoughts behind this word Om and how much it represents, and bringing your mind back to that oneness with your higher self, which is always at peace, it's always content, and it's always supporting you every step of the way. I hope you all have a fantastic day ahead, and thank you for joining me today. I wish you a fantastic day and namaste, everyone. Have a great day.